Welcome to And Now It's a Crisis, a podcast that looks at scandals, disasters, and reputational threats and how your brand can avoid falling victim to them. I'm Andrea Obston. I've been a crisis communications manager for over 4 decades, and I'm here to help you survive and ultimately thrive after a crisis. Okay, let's jump into And Now It's a Crisis. Barrel's attempt to update its logo provided a valuable lesson for every brand about losing touch with its customers. A logo change has rarely sparked such widespread public and media backlash, sending the company's stock into a tailspin. After a disastrous 7-day uproar, Cracker Barrel reversed itself and reinstated its old logo. Was it all a tempest in a teapot, or were there bigger lessons here that go beyond an ill-fated logo design? Stay with us after the break, when we'll take a look at those lessons. This podcast is brought to you by Frida's. Step into their distinctive, handmade, embroidered shoes designed right here in Connecticut. Every one-of-a-kind pair is handcrafted by master textile artists in Mexico. Their distinctive shoes are available in unisex styles ranging from sizes 6 to 13. I have 2 pairs, and every time I wear them, I know I get compliments. Check out fridas.com for their end-of-summer sale and enjoy free shipping. That's FREEDAZZ.com. Wear art, get noticed, and step out in style with Frida's. Welcome back. I'm Andrea Obston. I've been a crisis communications consultant and reputation manager for over 4 decades. I also teach crisis communications, among other subjects, at Quinnipiac University in Hamden, Connecticut. And now, let's get back to lessons from Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel's logo fiasco serves as a painful lesson for all of us about losing touch with our customers, whether it involves day-to-day business decisions or coping with a crisis. For Cracker Barrel, it meant a volcanic outburst against their redesigned logo. They had decided to replace their nostalgic, rustic-looking logo with a minimalist, text-only design. Gone was the old-timer, a symbol of their brand since 1977. The idea behind the redesign was to modernize their image and widen their appeal to a younger and more diverse crowd of customers. Sounded like a good idea. Many brands have redesigned their logos to give a more contemporary look. Adobe, MTV, and Weight Watchers modernized their logos with no backlash. So how did Cracker Barrel's attempt turn into a crisis? Here's how that happened. Within hours of unveiling the new logo, customers, former employees, and even branding experts slammed the design as being out of touch with what made Cracker Barrel, Cracker Barrel. Criticism of the new design characterized it as a betrayal of the chain's nostalgic and Americana-themed identity. Many loyal customers saw the removal of the old-timer as erasing a part of the brand's cherished tradition and comfort. The customer's strong emotional connection led to an all-out revolt. Within days, Cracker Barrel experienced a sharp decline in customer traffic at its restaurants and suffered a significant drop in its stock price, resulting in an estimated $100 million loss in value. Over 470,000 social media posts blew up the internet, amplified by high-profile posts from actor John Woods, country artist Benny Johnson, and comedian Chad Prather. Even Steak and Shake's official brand account mocked the redesign, contrasting it with their own commitment to their roots. The heavy attention across social media really amplified the idea that the brand had lost touch with its core audience. Cracker Barrel's leadership responded to this self-created crisis by acknowledging their misstep, publicly apologizing, and abandoning the new logo. Within 7 days, the old-timer was back. And while they did defend their intention to modernize the logo, they also acknowledged that they had not taken into account the passionate connection customers had with the old one. They promised to prioritize the values and tradition that made their customers loyal to the brand. They followed one of the bedrock principles of crisis communication. Acknowledge the mistake and own the lessons it teaches you. So what are those lessons? And how might they play out the next time your company faces a crisis? Let's take a look. Successful crisis communications start with knowing your audience. Before crafting a crisis response, ask yourself, who is affected by this situation? Who do we need to talk to? What do they need to hear from us? The answers to these questions will shape every step you take in building your crisis plan and measuring whether it works. That's because diverse audiences need to hear different things from you during a crisis. If you don't deliver the information they need when they need it, you will do more long-term damage to your brand than the initial crisis ever could. Here are the takeaways from the Cracker Barrel fiasco that apply to anyone coping with a crisis. 1. Identify your target audiences right from the get-go. 2. Understand what each audience needs to hear from you. 3. Craft messages that speak to each group's pain points. Knowing who your audiences are, what they value, and how they feel helps you create communications that demonstrate empathy and build credibility. 4. Prioritize the messages each group needs and use the most effective channel to reach them. 5. Provide guidance and reassurance that your company should be their trusted source. And 6. Position your company as the source of information about a crisis. That helps you cut through the fog of war created by social media. The bottom line is this. In a crisis, your job is to identify the right people, understand what they need and value, and provide them with the right information at the right time. Knowing who you need to reach after a crisis will clarify what you have to say and guide you to the channels of communication you'll need to use to deliver your key messages. Organizations that understand their targets treat them with dignity, understand what's important to them, and communicate clearly. This minimizes long-term damage to their relationship with the people who are most important to their success, their customers. Thank you for joining us for the 4th episode of And Now It's a Crisis. Watch next time when we talk about the audience that you are most likely to overlook in your response to your next crisis, your own employees. Please subscribe and follow And Now It's a Crisis on YouTube and Spotify. See you next time.